Okay, hello Facebook, everyone. I just wanted to come on and say, wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Today is Thanksgiving Eve, and you've been hearing the comments all week long about Happy Thanksgiving and what is it that you are thankful for. And I've thought about that every day this week, and there's so many things that I have to be thankful for. So many things that God has done for me in this year that I'm thankful for. And like everyone else, I'm thankful for food and shelter. I'm thankful that I have a job. I'm thankful for my family and my friends and the love of family and friends. And I'm thankful that God is the head of my life and all of those things. I'm thankful for so very many things. But I also want to say that there is one thing in particular that I am thankful for above everything else that I'm thankful for. And this is so huge for me. This is so very big for me. Um, I really sometimes have a problem just trying to put it all into words, what it is that I am thankful for. And it is something that I just want to tell everybody every time I think about it. I'm thankful for all of the things I mentioned before, but I'm so grateful for what God is doing in me and through me in this time and in this season in my life right now. I couldn't have chosen a better time to be thankful for all of these things. And oh my gosh, I really get a little bit emotional when I start to think about it because I'm grateful for what God is doing in me and through me in this time and in this season. You see, I've really been on a journey for about 5 years. I have been on a natural and a spiritual journey, and it's been very defining. It's been very eye-opening. It's been very enriching. I've learned so much in this 5 year journey. But for the last 3 years, the journey shifted. Or I should say the journey, I'm still on the journey. The journey is the same, but I took a different path. The journey took a different path for me in the last 3 years. And then again, in the last 6 to 7 months, oh my gosh, the journey got deep, you all. It got really, really, really deep. You see, I've been living with something and struggling against something for all of my adult life. For all of my adult life. And I have been struggling with this thing for, to tell the truth, I've been struggling with this thing for 49 years. I'm 57 years old, and I've been struggling with this thing for 49 years. And because in this time and in this season, I know that I'm called to something higher. I know that I'm called to something greater. I just said, Lord, you know what? I can't, hi Jim, hi cuz. I can't carry this thing over into the next year. I can no longer carry this thing that sometimes had me so heavy, sometimes had me so burdened down until I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to get out of the situation that I was in. So, because I'm a Christian, because I'm a believer, because I'm a daughter of Zion, because I'm a child of God, I went to God really hard this time and I said, look, you have got to break this thing. You've got to get me out of this thing. You've got to give me the tools. You've got to give me the language. You got to give me the wherewithal to get out of this situation. I just can't go any further. How can I go and be a servant to others when I have an issue that I'm dealing with and I don't even know how to get rid of it? I don't know how to come out of it. How can I go any further? How can I help someone else find their deliverance? How can I tell someone else how they can be free when I'm not free myself? You see, sometimes we're afraid to talk about our own issues. And when you work in ministry, oftentimes people that you serve, they think that you don't have any problems. They think that you don't have any issues. They think that your stuff is just, flowing all the time. Everything in your life is just free flowing all of the time. And that's not the case. Well, I went to God and I asked him, I said, you know what? I don't even really for real know what this thing is, but whatever it is, you have to bring me out of it. You have to help me. You have to show me in a way that I know that I know that I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I'm going to receive my deliverance in this situation. And when I went hard and I prayed and I fasted, because I was at the point, you know what? Well, really, I was tired of praying. I was tired of fasting. I was tired of talking about it. I was tired of pleading about it. But I went to God hard. And God, being God, showed up. And you know why he showed up this time? Because I was ready to receive it. When you're not really ready to receive the thing that you need deliverance in, you're not ready to handle it, God won't give it to you. He won't give it to you, just like he won't give you $1,000,000 when he knows that you're not really ready to handle $1,000,000. So I had come to the point where I was ready to receive it. I was ready to release everything that I needed to release so that I could really walk into my healing, so that I could really walk into my freedom, so that I could raise my vibration, so that I could be a real true servant for the next season that God was trying to bring me into. And I went to God and he showed me. I mean, he actually gave me a vision of this thing that happened to me when I was 8 years old. It was something that was said to me as a child that became imprinted upon my psyche. It became imprinted upon my mind. And even though it was not positive, it was something that I carried as a truth, because I thought it was my truth to own. And it was not. It was a form of bondage. It was a way to keep me bound. It was a way to keep me minimized. It was a way to keep me small. It was a way to keep me quiet. And with what God has called me to do, I can no longer be that person. I can no longer be that woman, because on this journey that I am cleansing and purging and renewing myself, last year in October, I was at a revival. I was actually one of the speakers that week in that revival. And I said on last year in October that this was the year of for me. And what I mean by that is I said, Lord, I want everything redone. I want to be rejuvenated. I want to be remade. I want to be revived. I want to be rejuvenated. I want it to be everything in a positive way. And I have said that, and I have made that proclamation all year long, from October of last year till October of this year. And wouldn't you know that in October, last month in October, the manifested for me. And I received my breakthrough. And I'm telling you, walking now in a place of freedom and walking now in a place of peace is like nothing that I have ever experienced in my entire adult life. It's like nothing that has ever happened to me outside of salvation, the first time when I received Christ as my personal Savior. It's something akin to that. It's something like that, because it was so powerful to be free. It was so powerful for me to find my voice and for me to find my place and to know that I have value and that I have worth, that my words carry weight and that they are important, that as a woman and that as a child of God, that I'm entitled to that. So I'm no longer small. I am no longer quiet. I am no longer diminutive. I am no longer that person that's hiding in the corner. I'm no longer that person that's a wallflower, but I will speak my truth. I will carry it forth. I will hold my banner high. So when I say what it is that I am thankful for on this year, I am thankful to be free. I am thankful to not be in bondage anymore. I am thankful to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I matter. As a woman, I matter. My words that I speak, that's my truth, it matters. That it's a connection for me and for somebody else. I'm so grateful that I was able to step into my rightful place as a co-creator with God and walk in my purpose and walk in my destiny. So what am I thankful for this year? This Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for my home and my job and my family and the love and support of family and friends. I'm thankful that I have life, health, and strength. I'm thankful for all of those things. But above all, I'm thankful now for the peace that I have. I am thankful now for the place that I am in, and I'm thankful that I am free. Happy Thanksgiving, Facebook. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday on tomorrow, enjoying it with family, friends, and loved ones, and you'll see me again. So until next time, signing off for now. God bless you. Bye-bye.